What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bells Vlogs, and welcome to another gaming episode here on my channel, and welcome back to some more Nordic Horizons DLC on ETS2. Now, at the end of my last episode, I put a poll out which lasted for 2 days over the weekend, asking whether you guys wanted me to pause this series, wait for the snowy frosty mod to come out and then continue in thick snow, or just continue. The viewers have now spoken, and 67% of those that voted have all said no, please carry on as it is. So guys, thank you all so much if you did take the time to vote. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to carry on with this journey. As you can see, I've got a job selected already. We are stopping in Norway, and we have a mobile stacker which we are going to be delivering today. The journey is 277 miles long, and we're heading up north towards Narvick. So let's crack on with today's delivery. Okay, that is the load collected. We've got 282 miles to go. It's currently 9:31 in the morning, and we're due in round about 5:20 in the early evening. So let's crack on. As you can see, it's snowing, so it certainly does give it that more wintry, cold vibe. It's currently showing as -28 in the cab. So it's certainly a bit chilly here in Mo i Rana as we head up towards Narvik. I'm hoping for some decent scenery in today's episode. I think the more we travel up north, I think the better the scenery hopefully is going to get. So how are you all? I've had a whole weekend off not playing this game, and it's been tough not playing it, but I was determined not to record anymore, just in case the poll said no, pause it. Let's get that mod installed and carry on. So it's been hard work. It's been tough not to play it, but I've managed to get through and just do some other stuff. So again, thank you all so much to those that did vote in the poll. It really is much appreciated. But of course, I wasn't going to go against what the majority was saying. So it's definitely nice to be back in the cab after the weekend. So how are you all? What games have you been playing? Please continue to let me know in the comments if you're playing this DLC content and if you are enjoying it. I absolutely love it. I've been playing a lot of a 2 Point Museum over the weekend. There is a new add-on pack that's recently come out called Zooseum, which is very good, and it's a very addictive game, and you can lose hours to that game. So 2 Point Museum, I absolutely love it. So I did do a little check just before I started this one, just to make sure that the Frosty mod hadn't magically appeared, and it didn't, and in fact the developer's gone a little bit quiet, so I'm not too sure when this mod is going to be released. So we've got 280 miles to go, and that kind of built-in snow, you have to enable it via a mod. And if you did miss it, basically a few updates ago, SCS updated it so that if the temperature does get cold enough wherever you are currently driving and your rain participation is up high, instead of rain you will actually get snow. So it's currently -28, I think it is, in the cab at the minute, so that's why it should be raining, but obviously because of that update there's a little bit of snow. It doesn't settle on the ground, it just kind of rests on your windscreen, on your windows. It's it's good enough to kind of give it that chilly cold vibe, but obviously it's that mod that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, let's see how we go. I was looking for some Christmas stuff as well. I was going to get a Christmas paint job and stuff like that, but I thought, I'm going to leave that for now. If anyone can recommend any Christmas mods or anything like that I can kind of put in, whether that's Christmas skin for my truck, or whether get some tinsel and trees and lights in my cab. I think I remember years ago I installed something where I had fairy lights all in my cab, if I recall. I did do a quick look in the Steam Workshop, and the ones that I looked at didn't seem to be compatible with the current version of ETS, unfortunately. So I thought, rather than risk it and crash my game, I'm just going to kind of leave it for now. So my truck is exactly as it was at the end of the previous journey. But if you do know of any decent Christmas skins, add-ons or anything like that, please do let me know in the comments. Let me know what games you guys are currently playing. If it's not Euro Truck, what else are you currently playing? I'm planning on doing one job a day, Monday to Friday again as usual. Just never gets boring, never gets old, does it, this game? Nice bit of farming stuff on the right hand side there. It does look like I am going towards mountains, which is pretty cool, so that should provide hopefully some decent scenery. Scenery's been quite samey, hasn't it, so far? But it's good, of course, but it has been a little bit samey. Not too sure where we're going to go to next after this job is complete, whether I'm going to stop in Norway or whether I'm going to jump to one of the other Scandinavian countries. Another £8 poll is paid. I was doing a bit of research over the weekend, and it's because I saw a question that somebody asked. Somebody said, doesn't the base game have snowing? So I've done a little bit of research. That looks good on the right hand side there. I've done a little bit of research. Let's just take a look, just while I do take a couple of photos. Excuse me while I just spin that around. That looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so I've done a bit of research, and apparently this game is actually set, to be precise, on June the 21st. So it's set in summer, and it's set in summer solstice. So what that means is June the 21st is one of the longest days, which basically means it's going to stay daylight longer than any other day in the year. That's why the developers decided to go for that, so that we could get as much daytime driving as possible. Now, I didn't actually know that until I googled that. So this game is set in the summer, and it's set predominantly on June the 21st. And I've got a feeling not a lot of people are actually going to know that. So interesting-ish fact there. So for ETS2. So that's why there are no dynamic seasons in the game. Now, you can buy autumn mods and so on as well. I installed one again. It was years ago that I installed one, and it did completely change the look of the map, and it was a fantastic mod, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've used one of those mods, but yeah, so that's how you can combat the non-dynamic features in the game. Okay, 231 miles to go. 6.5 hours of driving left. I've decided to leave my headlights on, and that's that police car drove past me there right on cue. I didn't get a fine for having my lights on, so I've said it several times since I've been recording ETS2 content. I've never understood the headline fines or anything like that, but didn't get one that time. Fuel, I reckon I'm going to have enough fuel for this job, so I'm not going to stress too much, not with a very, very long load, which I'm currently pulling, so I'm not going to stress about trying to pull in to some petrol stations here. Good there. I am missing my music there. I am missing listening to Truckers FM. Obviously I want to try and keep my videos monetized. Just changing the subjects. The scenery is definitely changing, isn't it? Look at it. Okay, there's lots of trees, but we are going up into the hills, into the mountains, and the scenery, it does look good now. You see Norwegian spruce trees and so on like that. And I didn't realise as well that again, changing the subject, kind of, the Christmas tree that goes up in London is donated by Norway, and they actually donate a Norwegian spruce. So yeah, so it's not actually an official Christmas tree as such. The main Christmas tree that we get here in London is actually in Covent Garden. I saw a couple of posts on social media over the weekend where the Trafalgar Square tree which was the Norwegian tree, was turned on, and a lot of people have been saying how bad it is. And yeah, granted, it doesn't look great, but it's not actually the official Christmas tree of London, and I bet a lot of people didn't know that either. So I'm coming out with all facts, aren't I, today? But it's only something that Google tells me anyway. I found myself speeding a little bit there. I don't want to tip this truck. One thing I've noticed, look, so when you go into the tunnel there, obviously it's not snowing because I'm in a tunnel, of course, but when you can see the other end of the tunnel, you can't see the snow. Look, it looks bone dry. It looks like it's not snowing, and then all of a sudden it switches back on. I kind of wish you could see the snow as soon as you can see the other end of the tunnel. That would be quite cool. It kind of ruins the immersion a little bit, but it looks very good. Finding myself speeding a bit. I cannot afford to tip this particular load. Nice caravan park on the left hand side there. I've done a YouTube search for what a typical Norwegian town looks like, and it does look like exactly how it is portrayed in the game. So SCS have done a fantastic job with making it feel and look like a proper Norwegian town. They have some very interesting statues, don't they, in the middle of roundabouts. That one, it's not even in the middle, but very strange. Obviously means something to Norwegians. I just love looking around at the scenery here. Truck is dealing with this load quite well. You can feel that you've got some weight behind you, but my truck, I think I've really spruced up my truck anyway, pardon the pun. I really spruced up my truck when I bought this one. I am very tempted to change it again, just for a change. I'm tempted to go back to a Scania, so I may well have a new truck at the beginning of the next episode. I'm not sure. I'll have a look around, see if a truck takes my fancy. So you may see a brand new truck. Very twisty turny as we make our way up the mountains. You can see it on the sat nav there. It's like snake-like roads, which means I'm never really going to be able to put my foot down. But I'm doing a steady 40 odd mile an hour with a top speed of well, it was 50. It's now 37. It looks good. Bridge on the left-hand side. Keep stopping myself from taking too many photos. You may see a couple of cuts in this video and in all future videos where I'm just going to cut it when I'm messing around taking photos and thumbnails and screenshots. I don't need to bore you all with all of that. So what I mean, you see no snow and then snow. It just looks a bit weird. See if you see it on this one. Very, very short tunnel. So it stops. You can see the other end, and then as you come out the other end, it starts snowing again. So yeah, looks a little bit odd. Bit of traffic that are dying to get past me. He's been dying for a while. just love how clean this game looks. I was just browsing X the other day, Twitter, and the developers of On the Road was putting out loads of photos showing off their brand new graphics engine for On the Road, and I was going to reply with no words, with just a couple of screenshots of ETS2, but I thought, you know what, that's a little bit salty, isn't it? I'm not going to play those games, but I just can't help it. I look at games like Truck Driver, On the Road, they are really pushing their release now, and I think that game's probably about 4 years old now, isn't it, if I recall, but they are now pushing it because it's had a graphics overhaul, and I'm thinking, you know, but it still doesn't look anywhere near as good as ETS, does it? But I thought, no, it's a little bit petty if I just post an ETS2 screenshot, because that's almost PC fanboyism as well, isn't it, really? I thought better of it. But I do have a wry smile when I do see screenshots of other trucking games now. After that awful Truck Driver, the Dutch Connection that I covered on my channel several episodes ago, it just absolutely appalling, it really was. You know, and you think about it, and that is a much newer game than what this is. You know, this game's been out for over 10 years, you know, and it still looks incredible. If this was released today exactly how it is, you would still be blown away by it. Another car desperate to get past me there. Oh, he stopped. Okay, obviously saw the coach and didn't fancy his chances. 72 miles to go. Going towards a ferry. We don't have a ferry crossing, do we? Or do we have a... I don't know. No, we're going past it, look. Is that a ferry in front? It is, yeah, look at the sat nav. Let me just have a quick look. Where is the ferry crossing? Okay. Oh wow, it's a tiny ferry crossing. Okay, interesting. Well, let's jump on the ferry. It's probably only going to be for about 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. Didn't realise this had a crossing, but we'll see how many miles it was. We've currently got 64 miles to go. When we get off the ferry, we'll see what's left, but strange. Okay. Skaberget.
Never mind.
Skaberget.
Find a new route.
So 64 miles when we got on, and we got 57 now, so not too many at all. So look out, 5 o'clock, weekdays, new ETS2 content. I'm seeing a lot of Louisiana DLC for American Truck at the minute, and I really am very excited to buy that and drive. To be honest, I'm very excited, full stop, to go back onto ATS. It's been such a long time. I'm probably gonna, I think how it's gonna work, I think I'll finish this DLC. I'll finish this DLC. The Frosty mod hopefully will then be out, and then I'll go and drive around a couple of other countries using the Frosty mod for a bit, and then once I've done that, which is going to be over the Christmas and New Year period in real life, once I've done that, I think I'll hit American Truck maybe in the new year. So look out for some ATS content in the new states. They're definitely going to get, I think I'm missing about 3 states actually, so I'm going to buy everything that's missing. Well, that scenery looks good. I think I'm going to buy everything that's missing and do a brand new series on American Truck after Christmas, so look out for that. Let me just take, I'm so sorry guys, we're just going to take a couple of screenshots here if we've got some good scenery. that car past there. Traffic behind me is getting a little bit impatient. Nice, that looks good with that lake there and the mountains. Very Bob Ross. Let me know in the comments if you know who Bob Ross is. Legend. And the mountain on the right hand side there, you can see bits of snow on the very tips of those mountains. Look at the football pitches as well. Looks fantastic. Just got 14 miles to go, and in fact on the sat nav you can see the red flag, which is my destination, so I've practically got to drive around this lake, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be driving around here, and I'm going to be, my final stop is going to be on the opposite side of this this lake. Oh, I've got a viewpoint, not a viewpoint. Yeah, yes, it is a viewpoint, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a viewpoint coming up on the left, but again, with this long load, unless it's one that just needs me to pull up on the side of the road, I'm not going to be able to do it. We'll have a look as we get a bit closer. Love this scenery around here. Proper little village. Don't know, do I risk it? It's behind there. Is it behind that white building? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one, am I? Yeah, it's in there. It's a bit tight, you know what? I'm not going to risk that one. It's a Volvo dealership, and it's just down the side of it, I think. Actually, no, it's not. I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. It's not a viewpoint at all. The question mark is saying, what is this? And it's a Volvo dealership. Ignore me, being a little bit special. Just realised. Another 8,500 has come in. £4.6 million. How do you turn a car over on this road there? Look. Wow. Wow. Just 5 miles to go. We've made pretty much good time. Nice, bright and sunny as we approach 6 PM. I always look at some of the traffic and I wonder where some of these cars and lorries and so on go. I think one of the days I'm just going to load this game up and I'm just going to pick a vehicle and I am just going to follow it. I just want to see where it ends up. If it stops at all, you know, does it disappear? Look at that, that looks stunning. Does it disappear? Does it actually go to a destination? I'm quite intrigued, so I think one day I'm going to do that. That looks stunning. Yeah, we're literally driving to the opposite side of where we just were.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
A little bit tight round
Go
there.
straight on.
What a fantastic game this is. It's just so good. And already I'm thinking about where shall I go next. I'm thinking about my new truck. I'm thinking about where shall I go next. It's just something else. Not many games give me that kind of buzz where I'm generally excited to play it again. UPS on the right hand side there. Amazon on the right hand side. Well, that would have been cool if we had to stop there for a train. Especially if it was just going through them trees on the right hand side there, that would have been pretty cool to see.
Turn left.
Not decided if I'm gonna do the parking or not. I don't think I will, because I'm conscious that I've been recording now for a while. Probably will just pull up and press enter. Some of these houses look fantastic.
Get ready to turn left.
I thought that car was abandoned then. I've just realised it's parked outside that building. Okay, this is us. I've enjoyed this job. Scenery was very nice. You could definitely sense and see the change in scenery. Now I can't wait to see what's next. The yard right at the end where the red flag is. Just on the sat nav it looks pretty small, so I think it's going to be a difficult parking anyway.
Get ready to turn right.
It's going to be in this building on the right hand side, I'm guessing, judging by where the marker is.
Your route guidance is now finished.
Yep, there it is, just there on the right hand side. Yeah, that's tricky. Look at that. Not a lot of room here, but I haven't had enter come up. Okay, so I'll just try and do it. Let's just try and do it. Enter's not come up to just end the job, so I'm going to attempt it. Probably at completely the wrong angle. The dust being kicked up there. And enter still hasn't come up. Ah, there it is. Okay, I might as well do it now. I'm almost there. Oh, straightened up a little bit too much. Not precious, as long as it goes green, that's the main thing. That's not too bad. In fact, that's pretty decent. Straighten it up. There we go. Nice. There we go. That job is done. Excellent writing. Okay, I'm not going to do company jobs just yet. Okay then guys, and there it is. So I've done 3 for Norway, 2 for Sweden, 2 for Finland. So we'll have a look ready for tomorrow's episode where we're going to go next. Okay then guys, that is going to bring an end to today's episode. If you have enjoyed that one, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribing is absolutely free and it really does help out my channel more than you ever know. Leave me some comments, let me know what you thought of today's job. We'll see you all in the next one. Until then, I'll see you next time.